last Thursday night, we got the dreaded news on Sean Finn, confirmed that it was the cruciate injury, something he had done in 2016. Saw him going off at halftime against Clare. When he walked back onto the field, after the half, looked to be walking fine. John Kiely didn't give much away, said he was going for a scan. You were hoping it was something maybe like the likes of what Mike Casey picked up for an 𝘕𝘰𝘦𝘭𝘴 that ruled him out for 2 or 3 months. But unfortunately, Sean's season is done. Probably for Bruff as well, and it's a huge blow for them after reaching the final last year, losing to the eventual All-Ireland finalists. To lose your talisman so early in the year. For Limerick, we lost Peter Casey and Cian Lynch last year, and this year it's Sean Finn. And the more you think about it, the more irreplaceable he is. There's brilliant backups there in their own right, and we'll get to them in a while. But for Sean, first and foremost, for him as a man, it's a really tough blow, Matt, and I suppose we all just want to wish him the best in his recovery.
Absolutely, Jack. Our first uppermost thoughts have to be with Sean Finn himself, and wish Sean a very, very speedy recovery. And as you have rightly outlined there, he's been down this road unfortunately before, and he knows what he is facing. But as far as Limerick and Bruff are concerned, Sean Finn, Jack, I think there's no argument. Sean Finn is the best defender in the game.
Yeah, no argument.
I don't think there's that. I can't imagine a cogent argument to say otherwise. But no. He's going to be a huge loss to Limerick, and now Limerick might opt for a direct replacement. But I think, not trying to second guess John Kiely, Paul Kinnerk and their management team, but there might be a little bit of a rejigging in the defence to make up for the loss of Sean Finn. He was such a specialist right cornerback, absolutely, and was having a very, very good game against Clare before he incurred the injury.
A very good game against Waterford as well.
And I would argue that where Sean Finn stayed on the field and Cian Lynch, we would be talking about a different narrative in the context of the Munster and the Munster Championship, I think, and that is not to detract from Clare's victory, but definitely it definitely impacted on Limerick. But I think John Kiely, obviously, and Paul Kinnerk will have spent the last couple of weeks, scratching their heads and to see how do they reshape the defence, whether they will opt for a direct replacement or whether they will opt to rejig the full back line around somewhat. I just don't know, Jack.
Yeah, look, you have Mike Casey and Rich English are your obvious.
Are obvious. We're talking about Mike Casey, Richie English, and Dan Morrissey and Barry Nash. 3 from 4 of that.
Yeah. No.
Barry Nash in the past has played right full back.
Yeah, I think probably more so it'll be whoever comes in for Sean will be the man marker. So will Dan or Mike, whoever is full back, and then Barry will probably be left roam further forward. Teams like to drop fell out, and that's probably going to be Barry's man. But I mean, if Cian Lynch is gone, you could have Hayes move back to 11, and that means you've Rich English and Mike Casey will come in from the start. Dan Morrissey will move out to the wing. You would say that you could have someone like Colin Coughlin. There is options there, but first and foremost, just the best wishes to Sean in his own personal recovery. You want to see Limerick win, but at the end of the day, you just want Sean to get back to the standards he has set, and has become the best defender in the game, as you said. At the end of the day, he's going to have to watch on now, regardless what happens. Powerless, and it's tough watching on. So hopefully he can get the surgery if that's the road he's on soon, and start on the road to rehab. And please God, we can see him in the red of Bruff this year, but probably not.